Shalom. Well, we're going to go over Psalm 121 today, and Bonnie was just sharing about this. You want to share a little bit about this picture? Bonnie, tell us. You can tell better than me.
Sure. I'm moving things around at home, and I found this old. I did art therapy for a little while, many years ago, and I found this little scribble that was part of a bigger scribble that I did. And when Darla mentioned she was kind of going to study Psalm 121, I'm like, here's what I scratched out, and it was just like me playing with watercolor paints, and it's just like, yeah, oh, that looks like a hill, that looks like a mountain, I need to go climb my mountain. Oh my dear, that song from Sound of Music, Climb Every Mountain. And just before that, they quote Psalm 121, and that is the catalyst for this song, and it is the most beautiful song. We'll put a link to it in the description. Yeah. Anyway, we're like, yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what the scripture is about here, because it's just beautiful. It
Yeah, and
reminds
also, what's
reminds
that?
me of Psalm 191, where protection, protection and provision from on high. How
Yeah,
much we need that.
yeah. Also, the video you just showed us that we're going to put a link in the description. The Reverend Mother is giving. What's her face? What's her name?
Maria.
Maria. Yeah, the character's name is Maria. Julia. What is her last name?
Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews. Julie Andrews. Yeah, it's been a while. Anyway, she's given her advice. You can't just use the monastery here as a place to hide and wall off from your problems. So you got to go out and you got to, find your solutions, find your dream, put your all into it, and pursue that. So, anyway, that's where we're going to start here with Psalm 121, and we actually have this. We could read it actually here. I have it below in from Bible Hub, a clip of an image from that. But I'm just going to read it here because it's so beautiful to see Yahuwah's name in the Paleo Hebrew here. It says a song of degrees. It's also called the Song of Ascension. I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from Yahuwah, maker of the Shamayim and earth. He does not allow your foot to be moved. He who watches over you does not slumber. See, he who is guarding Yasharel neither slumbers nor sleeps. Yahuwah is your guard. Yahuwah is your shade at your right hand. The sun does not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. Yahuwah guards you from all evil. He guards your being. Yahuwah guards your going out and your coming in, now and forever. So that is from the Hallelujah scriptures. You can see the Hebrews on the right side of the image there. Okay, and then we have here, just where I've copied it from Bible Hub, the AeZeR is just slightly different, but almost word for word the same. They're going to use, I don't think they're going to use Shamayim. No, they used heavens instead of Shamayim. That's probably the only word difference. And so here's some Hebrew words from Psalm 91. There's AeZeR, help. So that is, where does my help come from? The meaning, it's not simple assistance, but rescuing, life-saving help. So think about, going under the water and a hand is there to pull you up. A powerful ally who comes when you cannot save yourself. You can't save yourself. My help, my AeZeR comes from Yahuwah. My rescuing strength comes from Yahuwah. So another word here in this short little 8-verse passage is ShaMaR, which means to watch, to keep, to guard. It also means to observe. It's used 6 times in this short psalm. Interesting. ShaMaR, guard, keep, and watch. And it's to guard with constant attention. So imagine that, constant attention, a constant gaze. Keep safe, to hedge about with protection. In our day and age, we hear more about getting protected from something you get injected, but that's not really where it comes from in the word.
Or sunscreen. Put on
Yeah,
your protection,
yeah, yeah. There's lots of things. I mean, you could even think of what, We've all heard about sexual protection, right? Make sure you use protection. These are not scriptural meanings of protection. This shows you who is active, ongoing guarding over every step of your Chaim. Active, ongoing guarding. So he neither slumbers nor sleeps. So there's two verbs here, yanum and yashan, to grow drowsy and to enter deep sleep, meaning YaHuWaH never grows tired. He never looks away. He never stops watching you. Wow. And
Wow.
then yeah, right?
Folded that one.
Never stops watching you.
Never. It's like a watchdog, a really, really, really like devoted. It's a terrible
Oh yeah.
comparison, like a watchdog that just.
But you know what? I think it's great, Bonnie. Like last night, I remembered something I needed to do in the kitchen. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and my goofy shepherd dog, my Australian shepherd, is here. He's sleeping, right? But he's a shepherd. He's got to shepherd me to the kitchen, and then he's got to shepherd me back because it doesn't want me getting lost. But it's a great, he's like, oh, she's on the move. She's up. She's walking out that tent door.
Yeah.
I got to get on the path before her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was great to give us some visuals that we can kind of relate to. Sail is shade or shadow. You is your shade at your right hand. It's your shade at your right hand. So protective shade and heat, covering defense. In Hebrew thought, shade is a symbol of his nearness and his protective presence. Do you guys ever think of that? He's your shade at your right hand. So he's near. He has this protective presence. The place of your work, strength, and vulnerability.
So are you talking about shade as in he will shade you from the hot sun? Is it that sort of a concept?
Well, it says here in the Hebrew thought, well, let's see, it says YaHuWaH is your guard, YaHuWaH is your shade at your right hand. And then it goes on to talk about the sun doesn't strike you and the moon doesn't strike you.
Yeah. Sorry.
But he's near and he's got a protective presence. Yeah. But absolutely, he could be your sunscreen.
I mean, you're talking about, these days it's like, oh, you're throwing shade. It's like, you're saying something bad about me.
Oh, I've never even heard that.
Have you not heard that say?
I haven't heard it here.
Throwing shade? Hang on. You keep going. I'll see one.
Yeah, I mean, you can even think about it like, if the sun is out, people and they're working out in the field or something, they're going to look for some shade to get under, right? If nothing but a hat.
There you go. Throwing shade is a slang term for a subtle, often non-verbal expression of contempt or disrespect towards someone, typically delivered in an indirect or veiled manner.
Wow. Well, it's great to know that I didn't know these things. That's one I might be happy I don't know.
Just bringing it back to
modern times and their obfuscation of the meaning, obfuscation. Yeah. So at your right hand means the place of your work, or the place of your strength, and the place of your vulnerability. Interesting. I didn't know that about your right hand either. Okay, and then you're going out and you're coming in. So the verse was about going out and coming in. Where is that? Here is last verse. YaHuWaH guards, you're going out and you're coming in now and forever. So
and that reminds me of Deuteronomy 28, where it talks about the blessings and the curses. Go read that sometime. Yeah. 14 verses or something of blessings, and you've got like 50 verses of cursings, and it's like it talks about again guarded, and you're going out and you're coming in.
This makes me think a little bit. I think I can remember as a child running around with my cousins, running in and out of the house all day long when we were playing, and my grandmothers would be like, "Go outside and stay outside for a while." Yeah, do you guys remember anything like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It does ring about.
Track it in mud or whatever.
There was only three of you. I had six, and then I had three cousins as well, so that's nine.
Yeah,
And
I
then
had
the
a bunch of
neighbours'
cousins
kids,
too.
and then the neighbours' kids, and it was
Yeah,
everyone had families of 4, 6, 8 kids.
yeah. Or they give you a loaf of bread and a knife and peanut butter and jelly. And go make your sandwiches out.
Go
You're
have a
better than the
picnic.
mess in the
Go have a
house.
picnic on the grass. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's watching over our going out and coming in. Every part. So this is a Hebrew idiom, and it means every part of your high, all movements, all journeys, all daily rhythms. And I mean the daily rhythms. Like we get up and we milk a cow and a couple of cows and have to wash jars and have to clean the buckets and get the milk cold. So these are like daily rhythms here in the mornings for us. And so he's watching over those things. And the promise from now into eternity. Maybe your daily rhythm is you get in a car and you drive for 2 hours to get in traffic to get to work. Well, that's a daily rhythm, and he's there with you from now until eternity. What a promise!
Mm.
Yeah. So summary is AeZeR is YaHuWaH is your rescuer. ShaMaR, he actively guards you at all times. He never sleeps. His attention is perfect and constant. And Sail is his presence covers your vulnerable places. And he guards every step now and forever. He guards every step. Lovely. So I asked about a little bit of commentary on these, sort of a summary of the commentaries. And on verse 1, since there's only 8 verses, I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come? According to Matthew Henry, this lifting of the eyes is not just physical, but spiritual. The psalmist refuses to rely on earthly things, hills or princes, or you might say presidents, kings, means, Congress, but lifts his eyes to Elohim alone.
I
And
was
then,
having a bit of a discussion with somebody the other day on calendar related issues, and I'm like, look, I'm sure we're commanded to look up, and I know Tessa talked about it quite a lot. We're commanded to look up, and they go, "Oh, where's the Bible verse for that?" Oh, I don't know. Well, Abraham. This is a great one.
oh, commanded to look up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant look up something.
No, no, look up, like
Yeah.
look up to the hills. Lift
Yeah.
he but lifts his eyes to Elohim alone, you know.
Yeah.
Matthew Henry, lifting of the eyes is not just physical but spiritual.
I
Yeah.
saw, I actually shared this over in our Discord group, but I saw a movie last night called Jesus Movement, and it was so lovely. And it was evidently there was a revival in the United States from around the mid 60s to the mid 70s. And
Okay.
uh, a big, in California, the big deal was Calvary Chapel Church. In other places in the United States, it was other things. I don't know if it was that way in Australia. They um, actually, what I was looking at said that it was actually worldwide. So could have even been in South Africa too, in Australia, Jamaica, who knows? But there was a big Jesus movement, a big revival during that time. And this just reminded me something about that movie. Anyway,
We had revivals here after the visitation visitation from Billy Graham back around that time.
yeah.
Mm.
Let's see. The hills may also refer to the hills of Zion or Mount Moriah, the place of Yahuwah's sanctuary. So the psalmist may be looking toward the presence of Yahuwah in the temple. The question from where does my help come is rhetorical. He's not really asking, where do I get help? He knows. He
Mm.
immediately answers it in verse 2, showing complete dependence on Yahuwah. My help
Mm.
comes from Yahuwah who made heaven and earth. The psalmist declares that his help is from Yahuwah, not from created things. According to Matthew Henry, no creature or created power can truly save him, only Yahuwah, the creator. Because Yahuwah is the maker of heaven and earth, this emphasizes his omnipotence. He is fully able to help in any situation. He's absolutely capable.
Hmm.
I remember when uh was it Michael York that wrote the Bible Code book, Bonnie? Is that his
Which
name?
one? Which one?
The
Michael Drosnin.
Michael Drosnin, that's it.
Mm.
Michael York's an actor. Michael Drosnin, yeah. I remember yeah,
Yay! Logan's Run.
yeah, Logan's Run, that's it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, which seems to have so much to do with society today, where it seems like they're looking for any way they can to off people. But anyway,
Come on,
yeah, Michael
sidetrack.
Drosnin.
It's
Yeah,
Shabbat.
yeah, Michael Drosnin. He in his book on Bible codes, he sort of posited it as that. Yeah, the book was encoded by an all-knowing being, but maybe he was incapable of doing anything, so he was telling us so we could do something about it. That was one of his gist in his book, but clearly that is not the case. Yahuwah is fully able to help in any situation. But he does let us know that he knows the end from the beginning. That he lets us know with Bible codes. Commentary from Working Preacher notes that this shows not only Yahuwah's power, but also his intimate relationship with those he protects. He is both transcendent, the creator, and immanent, personal keeper. So the commentaries, Matthew Henry, Bible Hub, and Working Preacher emphasize that Yahuwah is not passive. He actively watches over Israel and his people. He is immanent, meaning he is present, near, and actively involved in the lives of his people, even while remaining transcendent as the creator of heaven and earth. His active engagement is personal. He sustains, protects, and guides each individual along each step of their journey. So super personal, super guiding each
Could
individual.
you could you imagine, sort of it's probably been one of my prayers, open my eyes so I can see what's really going on because,
Yeah.
how often in your walk do you feel alone? Alone
Yeah.
and discarded almost.
Yeah. I think these are
But if
times
we
to
could
talk
actually,
to him.
yeah, if we could see what was really going on in the spirit realm, it'd probably overwhelm us. That's, I would
Yeah.
suspect, why we can't. But to have a sense of the spiritual and the look, divine appointments, things happen, and a lot of the time in our lives we go, oh, that door's shut. Oh, I really wanted to do that, but it was probably for our protection. Have you guys had moments like that in your
Yeah,
time?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just learning to accept his the bowling guards. Like, you're not going over there, you're not going over there, you're staying in this lane, you're going this way, they're going that way, but you're going this way.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, you still had the last line to do in that.
Yeah, so this shows you who is active, ongoing, guarding over every step of our Chaim. Yeah, verses 3 to 4, he will not let your foot slip. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. So the Hebrew verb translated keep, we've already done that one, ShaMaR, which means to guard actively, to watch over, to protect. It even means to preserve. Watching Preacher, one of the commentarists, emphasizes that Yahuwah is not passively holding you. He's always alert and guarding you. Let's see if I can load this next page here. Oh, and so that says Working Preacher from Luther's Seminary. And then Matthew Henry highlights that Yahuwah as keeper is wakeful and watchful. He does not even slumber. So he's always watching. In verse 4, when it says he who keeps Israel, this reminds the reader that the same Yahuwah who guards all Israel is the one guarding you. This is communal, but also deeply personal.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think it's a perfect time to say, if you haven't seen Identity Crisis on this channel, go and watch it, because you're going to have a revelational experience about who Israel is and what that has to do with you. Okay, verse 5. Yahuwah is your keeper. Yahuwah is your shade at your right, on your right hand. Here, Yahuwah is again called keeper, ShaMaR, underlining his protective role. He's your protector. The imagery of shade, the Hebrew tzel, suggests closeness, covering, and protection. Working Preacher Commentary points out that this shade is like the sheltering shadow, not distant, but very near. At your right, it's like if you get up under the eave of a house, that eave only goes out like 2 feet. So you got to get right up next to the house to stay under the eave, right? If you wander too far away, you're not under that protection. And
Even an umbrella in the rain, unless it's a golf umbrella, it's like.
Yeah, exactly. You got to stay right up under that shade. Yeah. People that are concerned about sun damage, and there's different theories on that too. But people that are concerned about sun damage, they're going to make sure they've got their hat on, right? Protect their face. At your right hand is significant. In Hebrew symbolism, the right hand is often the place of power, activity, and also vulnerability. I didn't think about that before. YaHuWaH protects even your most active and exposed places. Matthew Henry mentions this too, the right hand being your working hand where you do life and ministry, high in ministry. I was doing some digging with a little spade shovel thing the other day, and there was gravel under where I was digging, and my right hand got the knuckle lost some of the skin because it scraped against one of the rocks. It's still tender, but I didn't think of the right hand being vulnerability. But certainly, if something happens, if you break your right hand and that's your writing hand or your working hand, it's going to be impactful to you. So yeah, he's there with your right hand.
Here in Australia, they would say you barked yourself. Like you knocked a bit of bark off, you got blood.
You barked yourself? Interesting. That's sort of the scriptures reckon people as trees. So that is sort of an interesting turn of phrase. Verse 6, the sun shall not strike you by day nor the moon by night. This Working Preacher commentarist explains that this is not just poetic language, but a merism, a pair of opposites, meaning YaHuWaH's protection is all encompassing. Interesting. So the sun and the moon are opposites. The sun by day and the moon by night may also symbolize dangers or trials that come at all hours, whether visible or hidden, but YaHuWaH shields you from them. And Matthew Henry adds that this shade from the right hand protects from visible assaults and secret attacks. Interesting.
Have you guys heard the saying, talk to the hand? Where's my camera? Talk to the hand.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
No.
Exactly. It's a boundary.
Yeah.
In verse 7, YaHuWaH will preserve you from all evil. He will preserve your soul. The word preserve carries the same root as keep, ShaMaR. YaHuWaH not only protects your body, but also our soul, our inner being. And we've got something there, a link to Christianity.com. According to Matthew Henry, part of this preservation means YaHuWaH will guard your spiritual high from sin, from moral danger, and from spiritual decline. There's also a sense of total protection. All evil means more than physical harm. The psalmist trusts YaHuWaH for safety in every dimension. There's so many things we can't even see in the physical. Like we don't have access or place, or we're not given knowledge to know all, thankfully, probably for our own protection, to know all that's going on, because what we do here is going on, it gets worse by the day.
Look, and if you're not praying Ephesians 6 constantly in this culture we have, I'll tell you, yeah. I've even got a prayer, I think it was from Tessa's group, that it says, Father, protect me from the people coming at me, pretending to be my friend, but they have evil intentions. Now, you imagine, the scammers. The scammers is a great example of that.
Scammers.
Yeah. Anyway.
Scammers, betrayers.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. Verse 8, Yahuwah will preserve your going out and your coming in from this time forth and forevermore. So this is our last verse here. Going out and coming in is a Hebrew idiom, and it refers to every facet of high work, rest, journeys, comings, goings, all that busyness, the stuff you have to do. The promise is eternal, not only for now, but forevermore. This isn't a temporary protection, but a lifelong and beyond watch. He's watching us forever. And Matthew Henry points out that this includes the normal rhythms of life, daily labor, evening rest, and every season in between. You who is guarding you through it all. And
Beautiful.
big picture themes, divine dependence. The psalmist refuses to look to anything but Yahuwah for help. And active divine guardianship. Yahuwah is not passive. He watches, guards, and protects all our protection, whether day or night, seen or unseen. Yahuwah is sheltering you. And a holistic preservation, your soul, your life, your high, your daily routines, all are under Yahuwah's care. Eternal security, his guardianship is not temporary. It's from this time forth forevermore. And then it says that we can lift our eyes not to things or people, but to Yahuwah, especially times of weariness. And Yahuwah is ever watching, never slumbering. He sees and cares for us personally. Use the idea of shade at your right hand to talk about how Yahuwah protects even where we are most active or vulnerable. And I think that when we come into certain situations, we may be more vulnerable, but Yahuwah is protecting us. Emphasize that his protection covers all of Chai, not just emergencies, and extends into eternity. So he's watching over us all of the time, and we can certainly pray to him as if he's there all the time, because he's watching all the time. I saw a video. I don't know if I shared it in our Discord or not. I might try to find it. I saw a video where Charlie, I fell asleep early last night.
Yes,
And,
yes. Shared something on Charlie Kirk.
Did I share it? Okay. Yeah, he was talking to an author. I don't know if he's a congressman or what, because like I was starting to say, I'd fallen asleep and I woke up and it was on. But the guy that is interviewing there with Charlie Kirk, or sharing among a group of people there, an audience, he had written a book called Angels and Demons. And I just heard him say something about when he wakes up in the morning, he asks Yahuwah to release the angels that are going to be needed for his day's work. And I thought that's such a lovely, lovely understanding, just to be aware that Yahuwah has these mighty warriors and beings to watch over us, that are sent out to care for us, cover us. Very important. Yeah. So I will also link that into the description here. Did you guys want to share anything else about this topic?
No, I think that's beautiful. When it comes to angels, I actually pray daily for my loved ones as well, and for other people when situations come up. For different angels to be released for them. I ask for Abba Father for that. And it's his angels that he sends out wherever it's needed. So I do that daily. I think it's beautiful that he takes care of us,
Yeah, for sure.
like that. Yeah.
And Bonnie, did you want to look at anything in the concordance or the commentary?
I've got the interlinear keyed up for the whole verse, but you said ShaMaR was there, 8 times?
I think it said six times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to share screen and
Yeah, sure.
pull it up, or okay?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Just figured, let's have a look. Why not? And am I on the right screen again? What are you seeing? Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, is it worthwhile mentioning it's a Song of Ascents?
Yep. Yeah, so this is like going up. There's like 15 steps up to is it the temple, Bonnie?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
the three times a year, the men are meant to go up to Jerusalem, up to the temple, and they go up the steps. And with however many steps, was it 15? Is it
there's
15
15,
Psalms?
yeah, from 100 so the Psalms of Ascent are from Psalm 120 to Psalm 134. So there's 15 of them.
Because we know we've got Psalm 119, and that's the longest chapter in the whole scriptures.
And then these
After
follow
that,
it right after.
these come after.
Yeah. So this is the second one. And I will try to find the link to a beautiful version of these Psalms of Ascent. It seems very ancient music. I think it's written in maybe it's got I think a Spanish transliteration of the Hebrew. But it is so beautiful. The music piece is so beautiful. I'll try to share. So this will be for the Psalms of Degrees or Psalms of Ascent.
Yeah.
Really, really beautiful. And it seems
And
like
after,
each psalm
yeah.
they go up like an octave or something when they start the new psalm. It's very lovely.
And they're all very short too. So you can imagine, as you're ascending a step or two, you're able to get through. I don't know how
Right.
many steps there are up to the temple, but yeah.
Yeah, if we had 15 of the Psalm 119 length, it might take you a few hours to get up the stairs.
But it's part of the ritual, the tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there anything did you want to look at commentary, Bonnie? Or-
No, well, we sort of got a lot of, we heard
Yeah, we
Matthew
got a
Henry's
little bit of,
name quite a bit.
yeah.
We do love Matthew Henry. And when you're looking at the commentary, and it's just easy, you go into Bible Hub and you click on interlinear, and it'll bring up the verse you want. But there's another little spot, I don't know if I'll show you, just here, click for chapter, and you can have scroll through the whole chapter just to see.
Yeah.
That would be a brilliant Bible code, wouldn't it? My help comes from YaHuWaH.
Yeah.
But the whole sheepdog idea is just
Oh yeah, this dog is insane
yeah,
too.
just
My sister came to visit and she's like, "What is he doing?" I'm like, "He's shepherding you to the kitchen." And now he's going to shepherd you back. It's in his DNA. He has to do it.
YaHuWaH is your shade. You could do a whole Bible code on that called throwing shade.
Yeah, throwing shade. Here's your shade you can throw. Throw this
Here's
shade
your
at
shade.
somebody.
Whose shade do you want?
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, I don't know
Interesting,
what's
Bonnie, that if you could just scroll down just a tiny bit so you could see the top of the net, right? Yeah. Anyway, you had ShaMaR and Shemesh. There you do, right there. I think I see it. ShaMaR and yeah, your keeper. Who is your
yeah.
keeper? That's Sheen Mem Resh, and then you've got the sun, which is Sheen Mem Sheen. So that's very lovely. There you go. So Sheen being the next letter after Resh. It's like saying RST, right? ABC all the way to RST. So the R is ShaMaR, the Resh, and then the S is the Sheen and Shemesh, son. So that's
And we
kind
know
of a lovely.
they've both got the root Shem,
Yeah, yeah,
which
that's
is
name.
name
Yeah,
renown. Yep.
yeah. So that's lovely too. Just a little Hebrew aside there for us to regard. And that's what it means. It means to regard, to watch, guard, observe.
The ShaMaR.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Shemesh, the sun. So where's the moon then? What's the
Yeah.
moon called? Ah, just as a point of interest.
Yeah, the moon has a couple of, there we
Yeah.
go. Uric.
You're right.
Yeah.
Mm.
There it
The
is.
idea of this, we know what sunstroke is. The sun will not strike you, but what's moonstroke?
Yeah, well, that would be where we could go look at the commentary for a little bit more depth on that.
And we know Lila is night,
Yeah.
and day is yom. So there you go, the Hebrew words for the day. Yom.
Is it Lila? One of the demons or something is named after Lila, right?
Lilith.
Lilith, yeah. So that might be what it's speaking about.
Look here, look, you've got ShaMaR there again, ShaMaR there again.
Yeah, it said
Preserve,
6 times.
preserve. Yeah, preserve here. And just love and look and forevermore and even forevermore. We are olam. I love the word olam. It's just beautiful. It's like, was it Michael Ben Zahab told us it means in perpetuity. Like on and on and on and on forever and ever and ever. Like there is no end.
And then interesting, there's an ion in each of those words. The root words all begin with ion, those last 3 words.
Iron,
Yeah.
iron.
And that's like to see, to perceive. Like, get this?
Yeah.
To see and perceive. You shall preserve your going out and your coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. But it's like, it's asking you to perceive it or to think on it or ask about it.
Mm.
Yeah.
And probably one of my favorite
Mine
Hebrew
too.
fish, which is soul,
Yeah.
which is different to our flesh bodies, which is different to our mind even.
Yeah. How does Strong say that too, Bonnie? That the goal? Yeah, we can just go over there.
Yeah, let's just go over there. Soul, life, self, person, heart, creature, mind, living. It does say mind.
I don't know if it says it here, but in the hard copy of a Strong's Concordance, it tells you that the goal is for what is presented on the outside of you matches what's on the inside of you.
Might be in the Brown Driver Briggs here somewhere. Desire, appetite, emotion, passion.
Oh, there we go. In B, 1B, both the inner and the outer, which has a different word there, are conceived as resting on a common substratum. Only his flesh upon him is in pain, and his soul upon him mourneth. That's not quite the same thing, but that's the goal, is that for your inner and your outer world to match, to be congruent, to be truthful, a mirror reflection of itself.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it's another song I was looking at.
Oh yeah, you were sharing that. So because
Yeah.
of any copyright things, we're not
Yeah. We're not playing anything.
Yeah.
Playing, but it's another song that'll go with the theme here.
Yeah, well, we can have that in the description.
Yeah.
All right. So is there anything else y'all want to share on this Psalm 121 day? We're at the end of the 8th month. Right, Bonnie? Last Shabbat here, going into new moon.
Today, tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be out looking for the first visible present tomorrow night.
Yeah. And us as well here in the United States as well. Well, thanks for joining us for this study. We hope it has greatly empowered you to walk in YaHuWaH's word and his power and his strength, and know that he loves you and he's watching over you every moment. And YaHuWaH be with you, and have a wonderful next week, and we'll see you when we see you the next time.
Shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Yeah, Shabbat Shalom.